I'm about as real as they come.
All my beats tailored by Joe. House Digital.
Maserati Rick in Detroit. Convertible bird in Miami. Graduated summa cum laude. Strip club made a tsunami. Carlton Hines with the ball game. Grateful Edmonds with the snowflakes. Craig Pettis in the M-Town. Sal Magluta with the boat game. Falcone with the cocaine. Like Freeway Ricky with the plug game. Like Monster Cody in South Central. Larry Davis from close range.
Learning new information about an Amber Alert that had been issued out of Indiana. Two teenagers abducted at gunpoint in Indianapolis have both been found. A 16-year-old was freed unharmed after a police chase in Detroit. A 13-year-old female was returned home this morning. The two were taken yesterday from their home, and Detroit police say 3 suspects are in custody in connection with the alleged abduction.
6 people are facing charges for the kidnapping of 2 kids that sparked an Amber Alert. Now a jailhouse interview with that exotic dancer who says her siblings were taken in ransom in exchange for stolen drugs and money. 7 Action News reporter Simon Shayket is live downtown near the FBI's Detroit field office. Simon.
Glenda, the FBI did an extraordinary job working this case, and tonight we're learning more about the dramatic backstory.
I'm scared to death. I'm more scared now than when I was there, when I knew he was going to come home and kill me.
It's the latest twist in what began as an Amber Alert for 2 teens kidnapped on Monday morning from their Indianapolis home and taken across state lines. Both Emma and Aaron Blackwell were since recovered by the FBI and are now safe. Today, federal prosecutors have officially charged 6 people with conspiracy to commit kidnapping. Among them, John Thomas, Bernardo Reeves, Ali Hussein Ashur, Mohammed Karkash, April Sandel, and Allah Al-Salehi. According to a criminal complaint, Action News has learned this woman, Whitney Blackwell, an exotic dancer in Detroit, is the older sister of the kidnapped teens.
I just took enough money that I thought that I could go and I could hide with my son.
Blackwell told the FBI she's the former girlfriend of suspect John Thomas and that Thomas kidnapped her younger siblings as retaliation for her stealing drug money and narcotics from him. To be exact, $120,000, a kilogram of cocaine, and 4,000 OxyContin pills.
I left $5 million in that house. I left multiple bricks of cocaine and heroin and Molly and 5-gallon buckets full of OxyContin pills.
The complaint also says 2 of the suspects worked at this gas station at Fort and Schaefer and were asked to hold onto the 16-year-old boy for $1,000. The boy was found tied up and blindfolded, and his sister was put in a cab in Ohio and sent back to Indy with a couple $100.
I took the money, okay, and I didn't take all that man's money. I took what I thought that I could just disappear and leave, and I could live off of it for a little bit.
Now, Whitney Blackwell remains in custody on drug charges. Meantime, those 6 others are facing up to life in prison. Live downtown, Simon Shayket, 7 Action News.
We're following breaking news as 6 people now face federal charges in relation to this week's Amber Alert.
It's a disturbing case involving drugs, money, and threats to the 2 teens tied up and scared for their lives. But tonight we've learned it was actually Aaron and Emma Blackwell's older half-sister, Whitney, who may have started the bizarre chain of events. According to court documents, she stole $120,000 in cash, a kilo of cocaine, and 4,000 OxyContin pills from her former boyfriend who lives in Detroit. Investigators believe the man, identified as John Thomas, then plotted the kidnapping to make sure she would return his things. Tonight, we sat down with Whitney in jail, and she tells us Thomas acted like he owned her and made her scared for her life every moment of the day.
I had babysitters. He hired grown men to sit in the house and babysit me so I couldn't leave. That man told me that he made me get this tattoo on my back and told me that he owned me. He said he loved me till death do us part, and I'm really gonna die. And I put my whole family's life in danger over this, and I just wanted to leave so that I would be okay. I was scared to be there, and I'm scared, and I'm more scared now. I should have just stayed, and I could have just died Tuesday instead of just every day. I don't know what's going to happen to me or my family, and I don't know where my son is, and I want my son to be okay.
Whitney was arrested on Monday on an unrelated traffic violation. She's also facing charges related to dealing cocaine.
Whitney's role is just one of several new things we have learned about the case today, including what the kidnappers threatened to do to the teens and just how 13-year-old Emma managed to get home on her own.
RTV6's Ebony Monet has been covering the story all week and joins us live now with the latest on what she's learned from prosecutors. Ebony, what do you have?
With these federal charges comes more information about the circumstances surrounding the kidnapping. According to court documents, the Blackwell family was receiving threatening phone calls even before Monday. Those threats came to a head Monday morning around 2:30 when 3 men allegedly kicked in their front door. At least 2 of those men had guns. They were demanding to know where the money was. Those 3 men actually took the 2 teenagers out of the home wearing only their pajamas, and they were actually tied up using zip ties and taken across state lines. According to the teenagers, they were separated. Aaron Blackwell tells police at one point he was blindfolded and kept in the trunk. And his 13-year-old sister tells authorities that she was taken by a man and a woman who took her to Kentucky before eventually taking her to Dayton, Ohio. That's where they dropped her off at a Taco Bell, giving her $200, telling her to take a taxi home, and that is exactly what she did. Now the children are in the care of Child Protective Services, and their home sits empty. Their mother tells authorities she is too scared after what happened to sleep here. This as 6 people face up to life in prison if convicted of these federal kidnapping charges. Reporting live on the east side, Ebony Monet, RTV6.
Today, the sister of the 2 Indianapolis teenagers kidnapped from their home last week, sparking an Amber Alert, makes her initial appearance before a judge today.
During a hearing, a judge could decide whether to allow Whitney Blackwell to bond out of jail. That's where she's been the last week and where she says she feels the safest right now. Our reporter Ann Kelly joins us live downtown to explain. Ann?
Hey, good morning, Mark and Beth. Well, I'm live outside the City County building where 27-year-old Whitney Blackwell will have her first court appearance at 9 a.m. In just a little bit. Now, since last Monday, when she was taken into custody after a traffic stop for driving under a suspended license, she has been here downtown, being held at the Marion County Jail, also for drug trafficking charges, awaiting this hearing. And she's told RTV6 also fearing for her life. Again, she is the older sister of 16-year-old Aaron and 13-year-old Emma Blackwell, who were abducted 1 week ago today and have since been returned to their home safely. Now, Whitney has said it was her ex-boyfriend who was behind the abduction, that he is retaliating because she admits she stole $120,000 worth of drug money from him, as well as some drugs. So quite simply, she fears if she leaves jail, she will be killed, even though her ex-boyfriend has been arrested along with 5 other people in connection to that abduction last week. So a lot of layers to this case, but today the focus, this 27-year-old woman and the potential laws she has broken. Again, Whitney Blackwell in court today facing charges, drug trafficking charges and charges for driving on a suspended license. For now, we're reporting live downtown. And
Today,
Kelly,
the woman
RTV6.
at the center of a kidnapping investigation will learn her fate. Whitney Blackwell's siblings were kidnapped at gunpoint from their East Side home back in 2015. In a jailhouse interview, Blackwell admitted to stealing thousands of dollars from her ex-boyfriend, which she says sparked him and his friends to kidnap her siblings in retaliation. Blackwell pleaded not guilty on federal drug charges last year. Her sentencing, though, is scheduled for today.
We back. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb ties. We on our way to the D with it, Detroit, but we kind of on our way to Indianapolis with it, but we might be in Kentucky with it. That's how wild this shit gonna get. Now, the guy that we're gonna be covering today is gonna be a dude by the name of John Thomas. We also gonna be covering a chick by the name of Whitney Blackwell. And a little of the backdrop of this story, I'm going to say at one time Whitney Blackwell and John Thomas was in a relationship. Who knows what happened during the course of that relationship, but the end result was bad as fuck, especially for my nigga John Thomas. Alright, we gonna get a rundown, man, and it's gonna be a lesson into game, for real, man. Sometimes I cover this mob tie shit, man, just to let, if you in any of these positions, you better take heed to some of this shit, man. This shit ain't just happening to these people. Alright, so let me paint the picture a little bit. My niggas from Detroit, man. Y'all niggas get in the comment box for real, because the shit got to take a lot of it really happened. Shit really go down in Detroit, to be honest. And then it just kind of escalates everywhere else after that. So, bam, they in a relationship. John Thomas, Whitney Blackwell. Who knows what happened, man? Maybe when I read the story, the first thing I thought, like, oh man, Whitney must have wanted my nigga John Thomas' phone. Found some texts. Ball game, nigga. But who knows, man? That's just my speculation. I ain't doing speculating. So yeah, they pretty much must have had a tumultuous relationship or something like that. They broke up. Whitney Blackwell ends up stealing between $120,000 to $250,000 a kilo cocaine and a couple hundred oxycodone pills from my man John Thomas. Now Whitney after they got up with Whitney Blackwell, not John Thomas, the authorities, after they got up with Whitney Blackwell, she pretty much said she only took $46,000, and that was the extent of what she had taken from him. Now, after the money came up missing and the drugs, John Thomas went on to kidnap Whitney's two younger siblings. I want to say it was Aaron, and the female's name is slipping my head right now, but it was a guy a boy Aaron and a young girl. So they kidnapped them out of their mom's home. And they said they're gonna hold it, so they can do the whole ransom call shit, and this shit next level. So they like, yeah, we need you to take this amount of money in an envelope to somebody in Miami type shit, or we gonna cut my man finger off. Talking about Aaron. Authorities catch up with Whitney, and pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and say that she pretty much gave him the whole rundown on everything that happened. That put John Thomas in a position to where when authorities caught up with him, because they're going to catch up with you, because one thing I didn't mention was when they did kidnap those kids, they put out an Amber Alert for the kids. So this shit escalated nationwide, next level. It was 6 people, or it was 5 other people besides John Thomas that was connected with the shit. When those 5 people realized the magnitude of the situation, they started backing out, falling off of the shit, because, or rightfully, after the police caught up with John Thomas, he was facing, not only was he facing life, he was sentenced to life for this. So pretty much he had a chick that was an exotic dancer at Club Venus. That's why I'm gonna need my niggas from the D, man. Any nigga that ever been to Club Venus, y'all niggas get in the comment box. Let it be known, real G shit. But yeah, I guess he met her at the club, and pretty much that relationship got my man life in jail because she stole the money. She stole the kilo. Man, who knows? Who knows if he was a kilogram dealer? She probably stole his life, because he had to do what he had to do to get whatever back. It's like she stole all the money he had, stole the work he had, and she said she took that to move with her boyfriend. And I'm sure the dude that was her new boyfriend, like, just me knowing niggas, I'm sure he's like, yeah, you know what, man, you need to go ahead and get that nigga that you was just with and shit. Man, gonna get that bitch killed. You killed too, man. This shit is just all the way wild. Yeah, my nigga got life in prison for that shit. Who knows? Man, after I seen what happened to him, man, I stopped looking up what happened to the other 5 people that was associated with him with the crime. I'm like, damn, this shit just a bad day right here. Whitney was actually facing crime too, and I don't know how she didn't get prosecuted, because it was a federal investigation, because once it became a kidnapping, that shit put it into the feds' hands, I'm going to say. And the feds are the ones that say she stole between $120,000 to $250,000 from him, along with the kilo, along with the oxycodone pills, and she left. So I'm thinking just stealing that and leaving and going anywhere is probably a trafficking charge, if you're not going to the police station. But that's neither here nor there. I don't think they recovered the money either. I think one of her brothers was arrested, going somewhere where he think the money was, and yeah, she went to trial for the shit, because they damn sure was going to charge her with conspiracy for like moving drugs or something like that. And I think she was sentenced to 2 years, with the sentence suspended after time served, because she was actually arrested when they first caught her.